It is Saturday morning. We're back at the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado. Harry Haviland and Shooter McGowan back on the OTT Sports Network with you. Good morning and hope you're having a great day. Those margs are mixed, those bloodies are poured, and your Warriors are looking for redemption. Coming off a really shaky 2-2 or a 4-4 tie last night. They went 1-0-1 yesterday. Looking for a big one here, taking on the San Jose Junior Sharks. Looking for some action this morning, Shooter. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. You know, yesterday's game, even though it was a 4-4 tie, you got to give the kids a lot of credit for the first two periods. They looked solid for the first two periods. The third period, yeah, a couple of things, some questionable ref calls or non-calls, and it did change the momentum. But nevertheless, I think that they're in good shape to do well against Sharks today.
It's a big-looking team over here. Some tall, beefy players in those. I got to give them credit. Those jerseys are pretty sharp.
They are.
I've always been a fan of the Sharks jerseys, right from when they came into the league. When was that? 92? 93? Somewhere in there? But we don't know when we play this afternoon. We need a win right now. Everything's going to be determined for the rest of the schedule right here. I think this might even be the last game before everything's figured out. A bunch of the other teams already played this morning. We just finished watching Littleton beat up on Highland. Boulder had another win this morning. Wyoming had a win this morning and another one, making them 2-0-1. So a victory is going to be key here to the success of this team moving forward in the tournament.
That's the hard part about these tournaments. Just one tie or one bad game that you have can affect your ability to move up.
Teams gathered in front of the net. Looked like Prokop is going to get the start again with Kane on the bench backing him up. A lot in the building to watch his team. The three-goalie system. Be Popovic and Haviland on the wings of Foster to start this one up. Looks like Gruber and Eggleseder getting the call on the blue line. 15 minutes on the clock, and we are ready to go. That stick banging means the puck is about to be dropped, and the first period will be underway. Clean win back there. Eggleseder controlling the puck off the glass, trying to put that one into the Shark zone. They send it right back in. Gruber's in his own end. Circle around, hard off the boards. Haviland coming in from the blue line. Sneaking that one by. Foster sending it out to the neutral territory, but Popovic had to turn around to get it. He had it on his blade, then he's collapsed on by two Sharks players who now walk in around the defense. And then Foster gets back to take that one away. Sneaky move there by the Sharks to start this one as they've got the pressure on the Warriors back in their own zone. Only 30 seconds into this game with Eggleseder trying to get it out. Shot comes in, Prokop with the blocker save. Gruber going into the far side, banging his man against the glass, dropping it off for Foster. He's got Popovic on the far side. Another pass behind him, but that was tipped on the wrong side of the red line. They're going to wave icing off as Popovic goes in. Missing on the hit. A couple of players managed to make quick changes there. Toto on the blue line with Medeo. And they'll be shortly joined here by Woolley with Kolchevsky on the blue line alongside Cannonberg. That's an offside call against the Warriors. Only a minute and 4 seconds into this game, still checking up on zeros on the board. Kolchevsky sending that one in deep. Toto and Medeo racing after it. Medeo's going to go into the corner. Making the hit, taking the hit, and still fighting for the puck. Now Sharks behind their net. Check back up the other way. Medeo gets a blade on it. Cannonberg trying to keep it in. Now Kolchevsky's got to turn. He's in a foot race going back into the corner. Woolley angling his man off in front of the net and then getting knocked down, but Kolchevsky's still fighting for it. Sharks coming out of the corner with the puck. They make the pass up to the blue line. Take the shot, comes in on Prokop, rebound, and they send it just wide. Back over to Kolchevsky. Drops that behind the net for Toto, sending it back over to Kolchevsky, and then looking up the boards for Medeo. The D steps in, tapping that one away before Austin could get it out. Cannonberg dodging a hit there, but keeps hanging on to the puck. skating this one out. Henry Cannonberg building up some momentum up the right wing. Putting it in deep and then reverse hits his man down into the corner. McGowan off the bench misses there, and now he's got to come back on defense. Cannonberg chasing him back checks him off the puck at the blue line, and then him and Kolchevsky go crashing into the corner for it. Out front, Madeo still there. Blair gets his hands on the puck, and he's got McGowan out at center ice. Benevelski up to Salazar. Break in here for Salazar as he takes this one deep into the left side. Salazar in behind the net. Looking for a centering pass. Gets it out on the stick of McGowan. And he had the first goal in yesterday's game. Looking for it there. Just couldn't quite find the far side of the net. Over to Salazar now. Warriors sustaining a little bit of pressure here in the offensive zone. Moore was headed the wrong way for that one. Comes in and crunches his man. And that guy's still down, and they're going to blow a whistle there after he takes a big hit from Moore. What's wrong with that hit? That was not a boarding call. That was a clean hit after not in the numbers, but the Sharks fans seem to think it's different. We're hoping this player's okay as the coach is out there tending to.
They at least have to get their penalties right, okay?
Slow to get up with some help from the coach, but he makes it up, and everybody gets some stick taps and some applause going for the player after taking a big hit from the big rig. Foster's going to center this line with Popovic and Haviland. Moore staying out there with Benevelski. Face off just outside the Warriors zone with 12:04 left to go here in the first period. 0-0 tie and some back and forth action with both goalies seeing some shots. Over to the Sharks, tipping that one in. Haviland to Foster. Devin Foster skating up. Gets it stripped away from him in front of the scorekeeper's box. Moore taps it back outside the blue line. Haviland sending Foster. Foster racing for it. Doesn't beat the defenseman back into the Shark zone. And then they clear it outside the blue line. Benevelski reaching for it. Foster lifting. Haviland intercepting at center ice. Sharks trying to get it across center. Haviland flipping it back into the Shark zone. Giving chases Popovic as the Sharks ring it around the boards. Back out towards the blue line. Held in there with Foster and Popovic. Now Haviland back on the other side. Oh, Eagleseder taking an elbow to the head. He goes down, he's in on the blue line pushing. Eggsy still after that puck, he has it, takes another hit. Plays in behind the net. Eagleseder taking another one, he's still deep in the zone. Popovic diving for it, and now Haviland and Benevelski back on defense as the Sharks come in 1-on-2. Take a shot, Prokop sticks the mitt in the air, closes down on the rubber, keeping this a 0-0 game with 10:58 left to go. Everybody tuning in across the globe, welcoming you to the OTT Sports Network. If you're just joining us, you're Arapahoe Bantam AA. You're taking on the San Jose Junior Sharks. A win and a tie yesterday means they need a win today to see what they can do to get into the finals. Woolley trying to do that 3-on-1. He can roll it in and loses the handle on that. Toto now picks it up behind the net. Ben Toto circling, has it on the backhand, back out to the point. Gruber has it, takes a shot in, looking for a tip. Madeo in front and no rebound to be found. Good look there, a couple of excellent shots coming in on the net. Toto's going to stay out for this draw. Trying to win that. He had it back. Madeo stepping in, and then the Sharks come away with it. Mishandle it at center ice, and Gruber picks it up. Flipping it in deep, and now Austin Madeo chasing it into the corner. Sharks trying to backhand it behind the net. Madeo just misses it. Now the Sharks looking for the breakout up the left wing. They get it and send it out. Gruber's the first one back, so he picks that one off his backhand, settles that rolling puck, and puts it up off the boards to Madeo, and then out to the Sharks. They get onside, but Madeo does a great job there, not allowing them to re-enter the zone. Back over to Woolley now. Woolley to Eagleseder. Coming out of his own end. Hard pass across, gets it through. Working his way in and looking for the shot. Taking the bump is Madeo. The rip comes in. Rebound comes out, and the Sharks manage to clear. Cannonberg all the way back down to pick this puck up. Everybody's making changes, and Cannonberg sends one intercepted at the blue line. Cannonberg back on D in front, pad save, and underneath Prokop. They're digging for it. Kolchevsky and Cannonberg don't like the digging after that one. A couple of pushing and shoving matches happening in front of the net. I don't mind a little bit of that, Shooter.
Not at all. In fact, I actually want to see a little bit more of that.
A little bit more. Get in front of your goaltender. Let him know that you're there for him.
Yeah. There we go.
That's the shoving at the blue line. Salazar pushing his man and the puck out of the zone. Sharks centering pass. Picked up by Moore. Clearing it back out to center ice. The Sharks miss the pass and stolen away. Salazar's in the offensive zone and looking for the top corner on the far side. He just missed. One-on-one against Benevelski. The Sharks walking in. McGowan on the back, and McGowan's going to get a cross-checking penalty as he was coming on the back check. Instead of looking for the puck, he put two hands across the guy's back. And the Warriors are going to see a penalty kill coming up. I can't argue with that one. It wasn't like it was hard, but he did knock him down, and he did hit him from where he couldn't see.
Wouldn't be the first time Graham has found himself in the box.
I mean, Toto and Woolley out here, and Toto takes his man down at the face-off draw. Puck's lost into the corner. Egelseeder couldn't find it. The Sharks managed to get it back out to the blue line. They make the pass across, looking for a tip in front. Gruber stealing that away. Puts the backhand out, not clear. Sharks going over to the other side, trying to put it in. Deflected into the corner by Toto, and it's underneath Prokop's glove, hanging on with 109 left to kill off this penalty. Minute and 30 penalties for those across the world who are wondering. 8:59 left to go in the first period. Hey. Egelseeder off the skates of Gruber there. Good defensive work by Gruber. Has it back in the corner. That one jumps over his stick. Centering pass all the way out to the blue line. Sharks setting up here on this power play. Shot comes in. Prokop saw it the whole way. It's right on target.
You're be able to see
holds on for another whistle. Changing up on the defensive penalty killers with Cannonberg and Kolchevsky stepping out off of the boards. Toto won that one. Cannonberg couldn't get it out of the zone. Kolchevsky behind his own net. Kolchevsky off the boards. Woolley has it. Woolley backhands clear of the zone, knocking some seconds off of this clock with 39 left to go in the man advantage for the Sharks as they regain their composure and coming across the blue line. Good work there. Popovic putting a stick in the middle of the play and breaking that one up. He's joined now by Haviland on the offensive side with Woolley and Toto go off and take a break. Haviland pressured him into the corner, turn back around. Haviland flipping that one down, and will it make icing? He slows his skate down and they wave it off. Excellent play there by the penalty killers in white. Glove down and then hammered back into the zone. Knocking the last 8 seconds off this clock with Popovic putting some pressure in on the penalty kill. They managed to keep this one in the offensive zone as time winds down. And they're back to 5-on-5 with McGowan stepping out of the box. They shoot it behind the net off the back of the glass. Tapped in, Kolchevsky. Seeing Haviland up the boards, but he sees Popovic even farther. He didn't pass it to him. And the Sharks keep it in at the blue line. Ooh. Prokop putting his stick out there, but that one just went wide. Sharks with another shot in, and Prokop doing what he does best. Another save in his fashion. I know we just killed off a penalty, but I want to see some offensive action here. The Warriors haven't had a lot of time in the O zone. Been playing a lot of defense here, with Moore continuing to do that as he puts it around the boards looking for Weber. Blair with the hit at the blue line, keeping the puck out and back over to Weber. He gives it to Salazar at center. They're working their way in. Weber on the far side gets it knocked off his stick. Moore coming in, looking for the man, and now it's one-on-one against Benevelski as the Sharks walking their way through. Benevelski doing a good job steering that one away. They make the Pass across the slot, back out to the point. Shot comes in wide, bounces back out to the blue line again. Not letting him get the shot off there was Weber. It's gloved down in front by Moore. And they're calling a high stick.
There was no stick action involved.
He put his hand up.
What was that?
He gloved that one down, but the ref's calling a high stick.
Huh.
Oh well, we get the whistle, 6:45
Never seen a
left
high
to go.
stick with no stick.
High stick with no stick. Medeo flipping it out, he's chasing it down, Medeo. Forcing that pass across, Woolley stealing it away. That interception puts him back into the Sharks zone. The Sharks looking for the outlet pass, get it just over the blue line, Toto chasing him down. Woolley tipping that one back over, and Benevelski's going to be there to pick it up. Pass in front to Moore. Big Rig turns around, knocks that out. It took a weird bounce off the stanchion and bounces over the stick of Toto. Benevelski with it, and then Woolley. Woolley taking another run at him. Moore over to the far side. Medeo trying to work his way around the man. Medeo still has it. He's got 3 guys to contend with now. Woolley stepping under his guy. And then trying to flip it through was Foster as he's off the bench now. Woolley with the shot. That one was off the stick of the defenseman, but it's in the corner for Foster who gets pushed into the boards. Starting to be a little bit of a more physical game here with 5:41 left to go in the first. Popovic trying to get it to Foster, not through the stick of the defender, as the Sharks have it in behind their own net. Passing that one around all the way down, and that'll be an icing call as Prokop's allowing that one to go right past him.
You know, the chemistry that we saw in yesterday's game, first 2 periods, hasn't been there this period. They got to find a way to get that back.
10-1, 11. No shutouts to the penalty box this morning, that's for sure. The bartender slept in. She said last night it was going to be open at 10, but not till 11. We got another 24 minutes left to go before the bar's open. But yeah, there's still some time here in the first period too, as the Warriors are looking to get some shots on net. This line's been frantically working down below the goal line, keeping it into the blue line. There's Foster, bumping it behind the net. Haviland's going after it into the corner. Popovic bumping up against the boards trying to get it. Haviland, backhand pass, couldn't get it through to the center. Oh, go ahead, you're good. Sneaking past Popovic, an elbow to the head there of Foster, but he breaks it up into the skates of Haviland. That pass doesn't get caught, and now it's back behind his own net. Prokop stepping out to tap it back over. Big feed for Popovic, who's working his way in as the defense were changing. He danced around one guy at the blue line, couldn't quite get back to the puck, but now McGowan's there sending it in deep. G-Money and Lair after it. San Jose back out to center ice. Sharks coming in, they flip that one. Goes past Cannonberg, Kolchevsky in behind his net. Getting pinched up against the boards. Kolchevsky with a backhand drop over to Weber in the corner. Weber trying to get this one out of the zone. It stopped at the blue line, fired in, and Benevelski has it behind his net. Sasha looking to wind up. Pass out to Weber. He's got Lair in front of him. He's going to be offside as Weber did one little extra move, and they were ahead of them. He just couldn't quite find the seam he was looking for to feed the rubber through. Going to be an offside call here with 3:52 left to go in the first. Still 0-0 with the Warriors and the Sharks all tied up here at the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado. Toto, Woolley, Medeo, Benevelski, and Moore out there for your Warriors as the Sharks come in across the blue line. Moore gets a stick involved, and that one goes off the side of the net. They're still trying to get this to the front. Moore steals it away again. Owen Moore with the one-hand pass, couldn't quite get it to Woolley. Toto stick handling his way through, comes across the blue line. The Sharks wait till the man tags up, come back in onside, only be met there by Benevelski, who puts it back to center ice. Good steal there by Toto. Just can't gain control and composure of this puck.
No.
Always on the defensive side. They're getting good stick work in here. They're getting in front of a lot of these plays as that shot comes through from the point. but the ability to control the puck is not there. Woolley stealing it
go,
away
there
as
you
I
go.
say it. Woolley walking in, looking to go 5. All the goalie closes it. Still didn't know that he saved that puck as it's into the corner. Good job there by Deacon Woolley, taking it away, just unable to convert. Sharks all the way back in for Gruber. Gruber's got Popovic up on the boards as he brings it through, does that same move and doesn't come up with a puck on the other side of it. It's a good idea when you're trying to dodge that hit, and then off the bench is Foster diving for it. Gruber holding up his man at the red line right down below us here. He's with Foster. Devin Foster sneaking away with that puck. Gets stood up. Popovic's in front. Popovic with the backhand. Haviland looking for it in the corner. Centering. Pass goes right through everybody. Gruber keeping it in. Hard back into the corner. Haviland's behind the net. Has a couple guys in front for him this time. Gets his stick caught up in front, and the shot. Oh, and Popovic just missing the net altogether. Good look there in front by Pops. Gruber pinching in. Popovic going in behind him to settle that one down. He puts it off the glass, back in around. Here's the sustained pressure that we were looking for, and then the Sharks take it away as I say that. But Haviland trying to keep it in. Eggleseder stepping into the play. Eggleseder coming around as Haviland with the drop back, and it is on Pop's stick again. The shot's blocked, and the Sharks come out of the zone. Barely, but good effort here. This line has been working hard. Now Popovic's not had enough of it yet. He's tripped down cleanly, and no whistle. Oh, there is going to be a whistle. Where's the other ref? Oh, the other ref's hiding in the corner. I didn't see him. Good effort there by the Warriors. 1:23 left to go, and all of that hard work pays off. At the end of that long shift, they draw a penalty and have a power play opportunity here to close out the first.
I like that breakaway opportunity by Woolley a few minutes ago, and tough decision. If you go high, you go low. He chose to go low, but I thought it was a good choice. Came up a bit short, but he'll get him on the next one.
The effort was there right from the start. He stole that puck away at center ice for that play to develop. Kannenberg is developing a play of his own as he takes a shot from the blue line. The goalie slides across and grabs onto it. Still the first period, isn't it? It feels like it's been a long longer.
First period.
It has been a long first period. We're rolling up almost on 25 minutes since we dropped the first puck as the puck rolls up into the mesh and out of play. Toto with the win, over to Woolley. Drop back to Toto. He's got Medeo in front. Toto circling. That drop pass into the corner with Benevelski stepping in off the blue line. Medeo helping him out. Medeo's working his way out of the corner. Has on the backhand. Back out to Kannenberg with the rip. Blocked in front, deflected. Benevelski in behind the net. Woolley circling around. Benevelski still in deep. Has Kannenberg at the top. He's going to make that pass out. Kannenberg feeding it back into Benevelski. He's working his way on the half boards. Quarterback in this power play as he tried to flip that one all the way across. Great job there by Kannenberg. Gets a stick. Shot comes in. Puck's loose. Toto looking for a rebound and couldn't find it.
Nice job by Kannenberg. Keep it in.
Very good stick work by Hank at the blue line there. Little under 30 seconds left to go in this power play, with Haviland, Popovic, and Foster coming out. They were all over him in their last shift. Let's see what they can do here. Foster just losing that draw. The Sharks have him behind the net. Haviland taking his man away from the puck, and then Foster comes in with a stick lift for the assist. Back into the corner. Haviland, drop back for Foster. Back to Haviland. Popovic's in front. Kannenberg's waiting at the blue line. Haviland in behind to Foster, looking for the wraparound attempt, and the top by Popovic. That's in.
That looks like it was in.
Pops was celebrating that it was in, but they're saying it's not. The goalie does a good job keeping that one out.
Well, good pressure nonetheless.
Absolutely. Still 9 seconds left to go. This offensive zone draw with the man advantage. Foster, the man falling on top of it, out to center, goes through the crease. Pops going into the corner hard with Foster on him. Trying to get that shot off. Haviland turns, fires, and a pad save by the goaltender. And the buzzer doesn't work today, so they just blow the whistle. I didn't hear a
wondering
buzzer,
what
did
that
you?
whistle was for, but now I got it.
Okay, I still haven't heard a buzzer. I got ringing in my ears all the time, but
there's
no buzzers.
buzzer.
Okay.
No buzzer.
Well, 0-0 shooter, but the last half of that period was definitely better than the first half for the Warriors.
No doubt. Yeah, they definitely started off slow. I don't know if they were tired. I don't know if they just...
Wasn't that late. I mean, we left here, we went to the club, we got home by 2:30. I was sleeping by 3, and it was, I mean, we only got up at 7, ate some breakfast, and came here.
The 70-ounce porterhouse steak that he ate afterwards, so probably.
Oh, that, see, I opted for the tacos. That's why I'm not so tired. He had the 72-ounce porterhouse. I mean, that clubbing just did him in. He was hungry after all that dancing. They are doing some dancing here. I'm going to say, I don't like to pump my kids' tires, but that line had a couple of great chances there on the end of that period.
Yeah, no question. I feel pretty confident here. The goal's coming up within the next couple of minutes. I think they got the momentum right now.
And they're starting this with 7 seconds left on the power play. More importantly, how are you back on the time zone after your trip from Syria?
Yeah, you know, I slept like a rock last night. Getting up this morning, trying to get out of bed was a challenge. But
yeah.
Nevertheless,
it was easy to go to sleep last night after being here.
Easy, yeah.
Foster seals it away on the break. Foster's hooked up, and there's another penalty coming against the Sharks. Good work there, Devin Foster drawing the penalty. And straight back to a man advantage here, starting this third period, or feels like the third period. Starting the second period. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Oh.
Second period on the scoreboard. Yes, it is still 0-0. Man advantage here to start it for the Warriors as Popovic's trying to keep that in. Now called Benevelski, sorry. One of the Ski brothers races back in to pick it up. Benevelski behind his net, getting set up. They've got the man advantage. Drop pass there for Cannonberg. He's got Foster on one side, Benevelski on the other. Makes that pass up to Sasha, who just got a tip on it. So sending it all the way in. He goes after it into the corner. Staying in deep, passes back past Foster. Popovic with a good stop at the blue line. Miss out there, and Haviland has it in the corner. Good look back out to Cannonberg, who misplays it at the blue line. And the Warriors reset. Turn right back around. Popovic up to Benevelski at the blue line. Foster chasing it into the corner. Devin Foster with Haviland in front, trying to get it just under his stick as he was battling with the man in the crease. Popovic back to it. Pops with it on his backhand, tries to wrap that around, and the Sharks flip it all the way down. I think icing might be waved off on this one as they get perfect draw weight on it right to the goal line. Coming out, Cannonberg looking to go end to end. He rips a shot, just missing the short side of the post. Out to the blue line, Gruber. Or no, Egelseeder, sorry. Coming in, Woolley bumps his man. That's going to be an icing call against the Sharks as the Warriors still have 2 seconds left to go. Another couple of great chances on that power play. That minute and 30 seemed to go really quick.
I'm sorry, say that again?
That minute and 30 went really quick on the power play.
Yeah, it sure did.
You got to be careful of the guys stepping out of the box. Gruber sending one into the glove of the goaltender, and now they'll reset 5-on-5 with the man stepping out of the box. And the Warriors needing to continue this momentum. They spent the last 3 minutes of action on the power play, unable to sneak one past the goalie in the teal, but the momentum is on their side. See if the ice can continue to lean and let one roll past. Toto with the win. Back out, Gruber. Puts it in, pad saved by the goalie. Looking for that rebound. Medeo's fighting his way up against the boards. Woolley after him, sending it around to Toto on the far side. Toto taking the man. Egelseeder fell down, almost got that one from behind, and then they were looking to get in behind Gruber. He doesn't let them, and Woolley's checking up. He's at the blue line. Woolley comes in, shoots, blocked by the defenseman. Woolley picking up the puck again, has it in the slot, making a smart pass back out. Egelseeder takes a shot in. That one's going to go off the mesh and out of play. Second period action brought to you by Suntown Sparkling, Colorado's own CBD water with only 10 milligrams per can for that all-day happy hour.
Who knew?
It's even up there. See, that's a Suntown Sparkling can beside the second.
Look at that.
And for $50 or just a drink for the production team up here, we can get your logo up. Eggleston missed it, gets it back. Salazar turns and fires. McGowan putting the pressure in on the corner, back out to the blue line. Eggleston has it, sending it in, looking for the tip. Blair in front, and the goalie hangs on. Sustained pressure here by the Warriors has to turn into something soon, Shooter.
It's coming. It is coming.
McGowan leans down, trying to get that one ahead to Lair. Does, into the corner. Lair back out to the blue line. Past Benevelski or Kolchevsky. He's out there with Moore. Benevelski and Moore. The skis. Sending it, and it's tipped across the blue line. Moore's racing after it. Moore's turning in his own end. Pass up to Salazar, walking across the blue line. Salazar has that taken away from behind, and he gets it back. Gets a good shot off there. Excellent work by Salazar. That puck's dumped down in deep, and Benevelski's the first one back to it. Sending it off of a couple of his own players and then kicked ahead. Salazar trying to get this out of the zone. Sharks keep it in, but then Moore backhands it over. It's deflected to Lair, kicking it back up onto his blade. Lair makes a pass across. Good work there. In by McGowan, shooting. Puck's loose in front. Salazar's digging for it. Puck is still loose off the side of the net. The puck is loose, and they blow the whistle, but that might have had more to do with one of our players being in the net. The ref explaining that a goal does only count if the puck goes in the net, not a player. They get everything sorted out in Foster's.
Such a dumb rule.
It is such a dumb rule. If a player goes in the net, it should count for something. Foster winning it back out to Cannonberg. He sees his line, shoots one in, and it gets all the way through. Puck loose in front. Haviland digging for it, still swinging. Taken away by Foster. Sent over to the far side for Popovic. Takes his man out. Stepping in from the blue line. Kolchevsky keeping this one in. Foster looking for the hit. Haviland tangles up the man, trying to shake him loose off the puck. Now it's over to the far side. The Sharks still unable to get it out. Good work by Popovic. And at center, Popovic has it, shoots, and saved by the goaltender. Back out to the blue line. That goes past Kolchevsky. He's back over. Turn it around. A long pass there by Cannonberg. Haviland couldn't handle the heat. Foster dropping into the blue line. Popovic gets hung up and goes down. But from the seat of his pants, he sends it back into the offensive zone. Haviland chasing it around. Foster now on him. Trying to make that breakout pass. Popovic breaking it up. Foster trying to dance and dangle. Gets it stripped away from him in the corner with 10:26 left to go in this second period. Popovic falling down. And the Sharks coming out 2-on-2 as they break across their own offensive line. And they get a weak shot off. That was the same thing Graham took a penalty for.
Yeah, right.
Cannonberg looking up ice. He has Woolley. But Cannonberg sees an opportunity, and he's just going to continue hanging on to this puck. Hank trying to break his way through. He splits the D. He's still putting the pressure on as Woolley's coming in to help him out. Gruber back out at the blue line. Flipping one in. A tip. Woolley couldn't get it all the way over. Medeo was there. Cannonberg still has it. Cannonberg shoots it off the back of the defender who's spinning to block that puck. That's an icing. That's icing call. This guy waves.
I don't know what he was.
What was he waving that off? You can't wave that one off. That was a pretty blatant call. Yes, with 9:40 left to go in the second period. Still 0-0. Shots in favor, I think, of the Warriors at this point. Giving a special shout out to the biggest fans of this team, Penelope and Annabelle, watching out in Palmer, Massachusetts. I'm hoping you guys are having a lovely Saturday, enjoying watching these guys play, and cheering, go Warriors, go. It's the Sharks who come out of the zone right now, and they're working their way into the corner as Gruber's all over him. Gruber falling down in behind the net. Taken back away by Medeo's, back kicking it to his feet. Toto. Medeo's at center with it now, flipping it ahead. Woolley and him go across the blue line, then one's sent back into center ice by the Sharks. Oh, Toto taking a couple of bumps there right down below us. The Sharks on the far side. Back over. Egelseeder looking for the hit. Tap back, Sharks have it, looking to pass it across the slot. Guy said back door, and then the pass was picked off. Good work there in front of the net. Ben Toto back in for the Warriors, shooting that one on net, and the Warriors not going to let him or Woolley get a rebound. Oh yes, I shout them out in Palmer, and Aunt Edna in Arkansas is buzzing me right now. We forgot to mention her last night as well. Aunt Edna was watching every game last year, every game this year. Can't say our biggest fan, our third biggest fan behind those twin girls out in Massachusetts.
When they're not watching a Bruins game, is that the way it works?
They're not watching a Bruins game right now, but
okay.
The Warriors are still their biggest team over the Bruins. And even as a Bruins fan this year, I can say I think the Warriors got a better chance than the Bruins do rolling into the start of this NHL season. McGowan back in the blue line with it. He has more there, and he sends it in. Benevelski's in deep with McGowan manning the point for him. Woolley's in the corner. Or no, sorry, not Woolley's in the corner. Weber's in the corner, another one of those W names. Salazar trying to steal it. Weber back to it. Salazar now getting hung up as they step through one-on-one. Good job there. McGowan taking his man off the puck, stepping into it. More off the boards. Back out to Benevelski, who backhands that one at the red line. McGowan going for it. Makes him pass it over to Salazar. McGowan's in front. The puck is loose. Still coming in. Weber with the shot. Another save. Weber and Salazar in deep. Oh, there's a trip that we got away with there. That one's coming over to McGowan. Flipping it through to center. And then Moore getting back for it. He was lining that guy up, and the puck just so happened to get onto his stick, and that one's going to be almost offside, but no. 2-on-1 developing the other way, but the Sharks working their way in and then losing that puck. Salazar taking it. McGowan and Weeb's up ahead of him. Salazar makes a pass to Weber, who gets taken down at the blue line. Gets up, shoves him back, but the Sharks have the puck. Stepping around McGowan, another 2-on-1 here coming in on Kolchevsky. Taking the shot, and Prokop with the save. All of that action in the offensive zone, it only takes one shot on the other side. But Prokop doing what he does so well with 7:03 left to go here. The OTT Sports Network live with you on Saturday in Littleton, Colorado. Yes, home of the Hawks, as you can see at center ice, but right now it is home to the Warriors, who are tied up with the Sharks. Coming out of their own end, Kannenberg was looking for Popovic, who was racing ahead. Now Kannenberg back on the defensive mode. That one goes in. Kolchevsky after it. Good job tying up Foster behind his own net. He's got a race. The Sharks get to it. Kannenberg comes in and takes the hit, but that was close. And now Kannenberg's fighting without a stick. Good tip out of the zone there. Popovic coming through, couldn't get past the second player, dropped out, and that one was offside as Kolchevsky raced up for it. Kannenberg gets his twig back, heads off for a change, and the Warriors are going to have a draw just outside the Shark zone after that very close offside call. Devin Foster wins that one back. Popovic couldn't get to it. Haviland shovels it from underneath Popovic into the Shark zone with the pressure on. Can't hold it in the blue line. Out to Gruber. And Pops and Egelseeder go back for it. Iggy back behind his own net. Gets hauled down. Players still on top of the puck. Another hit coming in there by Foster as Egelseeder scoops it out. Gruber takes control of the play, puts it off the boards. Pops tips it and gets hammered down the ice. Foster shoves his man down, and that could have been a penalty against Foster. Haviland's going one-on-one. Player turns, dumps it right back out to center ice. He races to get back on side, just does. but the Sharks control that one, sending it the length of the ice for a nice. These refs got to blow the whistles a little bit louder. The ringing in my ears constantly, and then I'm always hearing a whistle. Somebody told me I should put down the vodka and pick up a water. I tell that person, no. You need the raspiness. It's good for my voice, right? Toto, Madeo, and Woolley with Moore and Benevelski out on the blue line. Madeo shoving his man up there, coming out with the puck. Very nice work there by Austin Madeo deep in the offensive zone, continuing to pressure his way out of the corner. Madeo still fighting. Well worked there by Austin. Over to Benevelski, pitching in from the blue line. Coming around the far side, Ben Toto going after it. Toto pulls it backhand, forehand across. Benevelski turns, shoot it. Oh, he's got it on his backhand now. He's spinning, coming out of the circle. Across in front of Woolley. And Toto finds the rebound! Finally! 1-0, Ben Toto! Continued pressure pays off. They've been looking for that one, and Toto finds himself backdoor snapping one home into the empty net, making it 1-0 with 5:21 left to go in the second. Weber's looking to add to this one as he goes racing in down the left boards. He gets shouldered off of that as he comes into the puck. McGowan now assisting him in the corner as four players battle hard. The Sharks come out with the puck and then spin it out to center ice, or they try to. Luke Weber intercepting, turn to Lair in front for McGowan, and a shot! And G Money McGowan just gets a pad save sent into the corner. Lair coming out, Weber in front, sending that one through the crease and off to the other side. Back in for Lair behind the net. He gets taken off the puck, it's still loose behind. Lair lifting the stick, good work. Weebs centered back out to Cannonberger, shoot! Take the take, Cannonberger! Puts one top cheddar after the beauty play behind the net. And just like that, the Warriors are up 2-0. Quick action here by your Warriors late in this second period. All of that momentum has been paying off now. Foster, Haviland, and Popovich back out there. They want a piece of this action. As Haviland tips it up, goes after it, can't quite sneak that one through. Back over to Foster. They go shoulder to shoulder up against the scorekeeper's box, and now San Jose tries to make their way into the Warriors zone. They're not welcomed as the Warriors are turning this one back around to the other side. Gruber's got Haviland up the boards. Haviland with the backhand tip off the boards. It's pinched up there by the Sharks player, and then sent out to Popovich. Noah Popovic taking this one down the right side, back over to Foster. Foster's got it, shoots that one in. It was tipped just wide of the net. Taken away by the Sharks. Out to the blue line, Gruber stepping in. And coming across the line, Eagle-Cedar waiting for his line mates to get back onside, making that pass back to Haviland. With a good pass over to Popovic, who tips it deep into the corner to give chase. 3:50 left to go, second period here with a 2-0 lead for your Warriors. Haviland in behind the net. All the way out and throws that one, and Woolley tries to get to it. Eagle-Cedar takes his man out, and now Gruber back into his own end. Gruber pinching this one up against the boards. Sharks coming to the corner with it, off of a skate and back out to Toto, who's coming off the bench. Toto turns, can't get it out. Haviland's got to get to that couple of players and then across the crease, and slow to get up in the corner is Gruber as he works his way out. Bad save there as Prokop didn't see that one coming. Haviland turns, sends that one out to center. Woolley and Toto. Shoulders coming in, puck is inside the blue line, and making that pass, almost getting in behind the D, and then sent all the way down the ice here with a little under 3 minutes left to go by the Sharks. Sharks trying to swing this the other way as they come in, get a shot off the side of the net. Putting the pressure on, and the Warriors learning how to play defense here, and a cross check is going against the Warriors. I didn't see Wooly. That goon. I mean, it's hard not to make the call when you're 6'6", 230 playing 14-year-old hockey. But Wooly just has those come against him sometimes.
It was that intimidating look. He just looks guilty.
They are killing one off here for the next minute and 30 seconds. Still inside their own zone as Medeo now gains control. He's got some time with this. Austin Medeo taking it through across center, flipping a bouncer in. We saw one of those last night that made us all go, ooh, ah. Toto giving them some space as they back up here. Good job, Medeo, slowing that play up. Bouncing puck comes back to the stick of the Sharks, who flip it in across the blue line. Moore sees it and sends it. It's going to be an icing, but those are valuable seconds that tick off the score clock here with 56 seconds left in the man advantage for the Sharks and only 2:03 left to go in the second period. Harry Haviland and Shooter McGowan with you on this Saturday afternoon at the Edge. Hope everybody's having fun and enjoying themselves. Some great hockey action will be continuing this afternoon. Not sure what time or who we're playing until this is all over, and there's some math to be done. Fortunately, I will not be doing that math, but we will be back on the air at some point tonight with you. Shot in, and they couldn't handle the rebound. It's in front again. Getting another stick on that one was Popovic. He's out there with Haviland killing this penalty off up front. Pop's lifting the stick and getting it back out to the blue line. Noah Popovic doing some good work back behind the net. Egel Cedar going after it, trying to flip it to Gruber, gets it to him. Backhand pass up the boards to Popovic, who can't quite clear it and then does not again and then does. Stepping around across the blue line, shooting one in. That one goes off the back boards. Weird bounce comes off and out, now up off the glass and out of the zone. Haviland trying to take that away and does. Sends it the length, and a good penalty kill here for the Warriors with only 3 seconds left to go. They have successfully gotten rid of that man advantage for the Sharks, and we're back to 5-on-5. Sharks not playing any different loads. They push their way deep into the Warriors zone, send one across, and then another shot, and a loose puck in front, and the Sharks can't manage to get it to the net. Good stick work there defensively by the Warriors, keeping that puck out from the front. Off the boards and out, and there's going to be a penalty for a hold against
Good question.
No, against us. Gruber going to the bench? No, Toto going to the box. Toto for a hold in behind the play. I didn't quite see what happened there as I was watching him try and get it out of the zone. 45 seconds left to go. That's a tough one. Warriors have to go straight back onto the penalty kill. It's Haviland and Woolley out there with Kolchevsky and Cannonberg. Across the far side. They miss on the pass. Woolley misses on the swipe at it. Centering in front through the crease and back into the corner. Sharks stepping into it. Kolchevsky after him. Cannonberg turns, fires it out to the blue line. They clap one in. Steered wide in the net off the backboards with 20 seconds left to go in this period. Warriors just looking to kill this one off as they've been on the man advantage for the last couple. Shot comes in off the post and out! The only reason they hit the post is because Simon had the rest of the net covered, and this one is going to be whistled down to end the period. There's a weak buzzer sound. "45 seconds left to kill off the third period, or kill off in the third period on this penalty. But with a great streak there in the second, Shooter, we got 2 goals and now have a lead. I don't want to say comfortable. 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey, and 3-goal lead yesterday didn't prove to be well for us. So they've got to continue. 3 periods of hockey, right?
No question. I mean, of course we want more goals. We need more goals in a tournament like this because the more goals you get, goal differential and whatnot. But probably as important as getting another goal is making sure that they don't score on us, because you can profit off of a shutout in a game like this. So that's one of the things we're trying to
Oh, did you just say that word?
What's that?
You didn't say that word that I think you just said, did you?
Sometimes I don't even hear what I'm saying.
Okay, we're
gonna
gonna pretend you didn't say that word that means they didn't score.
Shoot! That word.
That word.
Yes, shucks.
The Sharks.
Sharks. That's what I was saying.
I'm good, thanks. I already got the server. Just opening the doors over there at the penalty box a little bit late. It's 11:09 even. But yes, that is what the coaches are telling them right now. Stay calm, stay relaxed, keep that offensive pressure on, but most importantly, you gotta play defense. They've been getting sticks in lanes and they've been doing
change the period on that.
Oh, we can change the period? Yeah, let's do that. We got
I think our fans would like to know where in the game we are.
3RD period. It is the third period, 2-0 lead for the Warriors. But they are still killing off a penalty here for the first 37 seconds of this frame. Doing a good job keeping it out of their zone right now as the Sharks are trying to figure out how to get it through. Woolley kicking that one in. Now putting a little bit of offensive pressure on us, forcing the Sharks to go back to the other side. They send it all the way length of the ice and wave off an icing. For what reason? Again, I am not sure. Maybe I gotta read the icing rules.
No.
Gruber keeping this man turned behind the net. Good job there by Gruber. Trying to take this one away. It comes out in front. Turn back around. Haviland trying to get to it. He does. Haviland has it. Takes his time. Off the glass and out. Does not work as he puts it in the shin pads of the San Jose player. Back out to center ice and into the slot. Gruber back out to Toto, who's out of the box and joining the action. Toto has it. Looking for redemption. He flips it across the blue line. To center. Moore. Drop for Toto. Glove down by Popovic. He puts it off the boards and Pop's trying to send this one up. Medeo is circling. Has it. Looking for Benevelski now. And that one was stuck down at center ice, but Benevelski gets it back. And it's off the backboards. The goalie hangs on to that in an interesting situation. It's 13:34 to go in the third period. Harry Haviland and Shooter McGowan mic'd up with you here. OTT Sports Network action in Littleton, Colorado. Woolley winning that one back out. Popovic sending it in behind. Popovic and Medeo out there with Foster, Tipped around more. He's chasing this one back in. How is that
looked
not
like
offside?
offsides,
It's under Prokop, though. I want to say that was offside.
That was offsides.
But Prokop doing what he does, keeping it out of the net. We're going to see a defensive zone draw instead of on outside the blue line. But I think these guys are more than capable. Kolchevsky behind his own net. Kolchevsky off the boards to Popovic. Flipped up to Foster across, and Medeo is streaking through center ice. Austin Medeo still going in after it. Back to Foster. Swings that one in behind him, pinching into the blue line. Cannonberg keeping that one in. Back to Foster. Foster getting bumped off the puck, losing it there, and then it's sent out across the blue line. Kolchevsky back for it. Kolchevsky circles off and then shoots it off the boards and out. Picks up his own rubber off the bench and then coming across the red line, drops a mouth guard or something there. He picks it off and he heads off for a change. Cannonberg across to Eggle Cedar, who finds Popovic at center. The pass had a little bit too much heat and he tipped it in and couldn't get to it. McGowan flipping that one out over to Popovic. Off the bench is Lair. He's coming in. He's got McGowan with him. Reed Lair coming in, working hard. Power move to the front of the net. Tries to tuck that one short side, puts it off the side of the mesh. And the Sharks steer it back out to the blue line where Gruber taps it right back in. Lair going after him. He turns right back into Salazar. McGowan on the far side. Hammered in. Lair behind the net. Lair turns back into his player. Salazar with him. with the two-man advantage in the corner. It comes out to the Warriors, but then it's bumped back out and to the blue line again. Warriors keeping it in. Great pass there by Lerda Salazar, who couldn't get the shot off. And back on defense, coming against Eagle Cedar and Gruber. They don't let him get much in past the blue line, but the puck sneaks in behind them, and now the Sharks have a couple of players there, but Gruber is fast action on that one. Looking to go deep, doesn't get it all the way out, and that one flips up out of play with 11:14 left to go. All right, let's go back to what we were doing in that middle of that second period. Toto, Willie, and Haviland now with Benevelski stepping in across the blue line, building up some speed. Benevelski sending that one around the far side. Ben Toto in after it. Toto turns, Woolley there. Woolley off the boards, back out to the blue line where Moore hammers one towards the net. Medeo looking for the puck. Did I say Haviland? No, that's Medeo.
Yeah,
a little bit of heat action coming from the bench.
I heard a couple of noises coming from the bench.
Words that we were only allowed to say last night when you had a true excuse of being jet lagged.
Oh, fudge.
Benevelski across the far side to Medeo. Drop back there, Toto. Leaving it at center ice, Medeo coming back for a Toto with a good stick work there, but they spin it around inside the blue line, keeping this one in. 2-0 Warriors lead right now as they're pinched into their own end, putting it high up off the glass. It's over Willie's head, which is crazy being that he's 6'6". Here come the Sharks with some momentum across the blue line. They make the drop shot, and Prokop sees that all the way. Catches it in his belly button and then flips it to his glove, passes it to the ref, and he'll get set for a face-off over his left shoulder. There's Haviland out there with Foster and Popovic. They got Kannenberg and Kolchevsky. This one goes down the ice. Not going to be an icing call, but Haviland's chasing after him.
Nice effort by Haviland.
Behind the net. Still chasing him back, forcing the reverse play, giving him time for Popovic to catch up and put some pressure on. Jumping forward at center was Foster. They're trying to sneak a man deep in here now. If you're watching the play, Sharks looking for that cherry pick and pass as they're trailing by 2 with 9:51 left to go. One there by the Sharks. They get it across the blue line. Kannenberg going after him. The puck's in the corner, coming out to center, and Prokop steers it to the far side. Popovic trying to send this one out. It gets it to the blue line, and a puck gets clapped in, and Kannenberg making the shoulder block. Kolchevsky all over him. The Sharks putting some pressure on. Off the boards, Foster to Popovic, and he's got Haviland with them. Popovic coming in. Building up that speed, trying to get it across, and the diving player by the Sharks negates the pass. Popovic getting pinched up against the bench, or boards. Foster, that's interference all day long. Or holding or something, right? That's going to be offside coming in.
Such a great goalie move by Kannenberg to jump up, get his shoulder into it.
He was almost spinning when he did it, like it was on purpose. McGowan at center. He's out there trying to keep this one on side as Weber. He fires it across, and Salazar races after it. Salazar coming in with the shot, short and sharp, and the rebound was just in front. Taken away by Weber. Luke gets knocked down behind the net, still chasing this one out. Back out to McGowan at the blue line. He has that one jump as it had some power behind it. Back into Weber in the corner, centering for Salazar. And you look where these two forwards are sitting here for the Sharks, way in behind them. Gruber's aware of it. They're playing 4-on-3 in here right now, boys. Control this puck. They're just looking for that deep pass.
Get on it! Sorry.
100% just look. I would take this as an offensive advantage right now. You're playing 4-on-3 in the offensive zone. McGowan taking the shot, loose in front, wrapping that one off his backhand. Weber couldn't get it up. Eggleseder back to meet up with his man. Some nifty moves there, working his way in from the point. Couldn't get a clean shot off. Eggleseder doing a good job, not letting that puck get all the way in deep to these cherry-picking Sharks. Woolley up against the boards with his man. The Sharks have it behind the net. Sharks trying to get this out. Toto taking it away from him. Back out to Woolley. Held in there by Moore, who's got it on his backhand. Power move. Owen Moore spinning with it, trying to send that pass. And now here's that breakaway that they were looking for. Come in, shoot, and Prokop says, "Not today, Shark boy!" I have a feeling it's going to happen for the rest of this one now.
But I like the coaching strategy of not just getting right on top of that cherry picker, getting them some space, and trying to take advantage of the offensive power.
Absolutely. Just need one guy back. Our D's solid enough to take a 2-on-1, and obviously Prokop can handle the action. Cannonberg back over. Benevelski up off the blue line. Medeo coming out of his own end, passes across to Woolley. 3 guys coming in. Woolley with the saucer flopper across. And Toto's going to get a penalty for, not a penalty for that. But they're in deep, and Benevelski back over to Woolley, waiting for Toto to get on. Woolley sends it across. Cannonberg keeping it out of his own zone, sending it the length of the ice. But it's tapped down by San Jose. Across by the Sharks. Toto coming in on him. San Jose tapping that one back out to center ice. Intercepted by Popovic. Pops flipping that one in, trying for a second one. He gets knocked up against the boards, but manages to keep that puck in deep. Popovic with the pressure while his line mates come off the bench and join him. Those 2 Sharks that are still circling up at the blue line are not really doing themselves any favors here, with Cannonberg and Benevelski hanging out with them, giving an opportunity to our forwards. They finally get it out, coming in. Foster on the back check. The shot blocked there by Cannonberg. Foster picking it up behind his own net. Up off, Haviland with the tip, out to center ice, picked back up by the Sharks. Blue line pass. Back up, Cannonberg turns. He's gonna backhand that one out of the zone. Popovic getting knocked down, but Foster has it on his blade. Finds Haviland up inside, steps in, just takes a weak shot towards the net, but manages to get that one in on the goaltender. He makes the save. Whistled down at 5:58 left on the clock here in the third period. It's 2-0 Warriors. Out to the blue line. Gruber keeping that one in. He's manning the point with Eggleseder. You got McGowan in the corner, trying to get that one. He's knocked off the puck, back out to the blue line. Gruber now chasing his man back. They stay just onside as the Sharks work their way in. At the circle, taking a shot. Big shot block there by Eggleseder. And a second one as Gruber picks up the loose rubber. Round the far side, McGowan just past his stick. He manages to tap it across the blue line. McGowan still fighting right in front of his bench. Coming back, pressuring his man up against the boards. 2 guys on him. Good job there, and then Salazar kicks it across the red line. Fed right back over by the Sharks, and then Salazar has it. He's tied up before he could get it over to Lair, who was lurking at center, waiting for that pass. Salazar gets it. Back over to Lair, who's with Salazar. Lair in the corner. All right, out front to McGowan, who... And on the shot. I thought he did it on purpose because he saw the far side of the net, but I think I'm wrong. McGowan looking for it again. He's got it at the dot. Backhand. Over to Lair. Turn and knock down. In front, Lair with the shot. Gruber pinching in. More continued pressure here by these Warriors. Excellent work as, yes, that man is out at center ice. And they pass it through the crease. Got to continue to play defense here as Toto knocks that one out of the zone. He had it off his backhand, and Lair's still out there. Knocked out by Gruber. The Sharks trying to regain their composure, and they cannot do it. Medeo with that loose puck, sending it into the offensive zone. Pressure here comes from Austin Medeo as he gets his blade entwined in the pass across to the D, slows them down, and then the Sharks regain control only until Woolley knocks it out of their hands. That one comes out. Kolchevsky over to Cannonberg. Cannonberg winding up, coming across the blue line. Taking that shot in, goes bouncing off the backboards. Him and Kolchevsky are communicating about the player hugging the blue line behind him.
That was a dirty hit in the corner.
I didn't see the hit in the corner. I was kind of watching what was going on back here with the defense and that cherry picker. Sending it up. Yeah. Toto gets a tap on it, but that's still going to be icy.
Toto got hammered in the corner from behind, and there was absolutely nothing. The referee was standing right there.
They'll be breaking it out here at the end. Foster pops. And Haviland out to the blue line. Sharks shoot one in. Oh, Foster got a stick on it, but it still went in onto Prokop. He hangs on. Lots of aggressive coaching, which I love to see coming from the bench, making sure these players know what they're doing. Last night around this time, they think they forgot. Haviland with a backhand, NWB, Kai. Foster saves him on that one. Foster to center, it was behind Popovic. Collected by the Sharks and then tapped right back out of the zone. Popovic at center ice with a good takeaway there. Pops gets it through his man and then out to the blue line. Keeping it in is Devin Foster trying to find Popovic, breaking back in towards the center. They send that one out. Gruber comes across the red line with a smart play, sending it all the way into the corner. Haviland making him push that one back out to Egelseeder at the point. Shot comes in. Goalie slides across, picks one up that was going to go wide anyways. 2:47 left to go. 2-0 Warriors hanging on to this lead. I'm not saying I'm nervous, Shooter, but there's a little butterfly in my stomach.
A little butterfly.
More of a moth.
Definitely don't want that floating around my belly.
What's going on? Hey, Rob.
It's good out there.
They're doing well. Stepping in, Gruber with the shot. Medeo chasing in behind the net, sending that one out for the Sharks, trying to get it clear of their own zone. Sharks pick it up at center ice with that guy who has been playing in the middle of the ice, and then comes out, comes back in, it's offside. What is that on the ice? They need to pick that up. There's a piece of tape or a butt end of it. Oh, the ref just got it. That's been sitting there for a while, and it's been bugging me. Like, that's just a slip and trip waiting to happen that could cause grief for either one of these teams. As the Sharks are working hard, trying to claw their way onto this scoreboard. Medeo's working at it, and Austin Medeo with some speed. Medeo with the breakaway. Here comes Medeo one-on-one against the goaltender. Shoots! And buries it! Austin Medeo! 3-0 Warriors. Great work at the blue line, pressuring up on those D-men, and then taking it all the way down. Going up over the shoulder. McGowan winning that one to Weber, who claps it down in. Salazar gives chase. Weber after him, trying to pick that one off as they go passing it back to the D behind the net. Sending that one. What a pick by Benevelski. The hand eye on that. And then he... What? They call that offside?
We'll have to go back to the instant replay here and prove that one wrong.
We got to call Toronto on that one for sure. Maybe did they change the rules? Like the players can be outside and puck can go. I don't know.
Well, they apparently changed the rules on icing too. We're learning a lot this tournament.
Salazar after his man. Weber back over Salazar in front, and it's gloved down before Salazar can find it. Line change coming out here with the Foster line stepping over the boards. They're joining the Ski brothers on the blue line. Foster to Haviland off the draw. Couldn't get it through, and then he tried to shovel it back towards the front of the net. Out to the blue line. Sharks making the pass all the way across. Coming in on Benevelski. Kolchevsky back, blocker down there by Prokop, and then out to Popovic. He's working his way across center. Foster in right with them. Turned around by the Sharks. Final minute of play in the third period as Benevelski sends that one across, and Popovic's got an opportunity here. Noah Popovic races up to the puck. Can't quite get a shot off as he was looking to dance around that player. The Sharks take it away and then send it right back out to center ice. Sharks coming in, take the shot. Another great block there by Cannonberg. There has been some amazing block shots. Our defense have been having no issues stepping in to eat pucks. What was going on behind the play there?
There's a couple of things going on here.
I was watching up
the
here.
ref got checked.
Ref got taken out, and then Haviland drew a penalty. I think the Sharks are going there